There are many layers to today's recruitment problems in the veterinary profession, but one big problem is that practices are trying to recruit the way they've always done. When I started working with the veterinary profession 10 years ago, the norm was to place an advert in the major industry publications, and practices would actually receive a reasonable quantity and quality of responses. But these days, advertising produces very little results, yet some practices continue to do it in the hope that the same action will produce a different result this time. One huge limitation when it comes to advertising is there are a lot of practices advertising at the same time. And after all, a veterinary practice is a veterinary practice with some small differences, but many, many similarities. And so adverts tend to get rather samey. So I want you to think about what makes your practice different to the rest. What is your sparkle? What do you do as a practice to add value to people's careers and lives? And how do you do it? And why do you do it? Knowing this is the difference that makes a difference when it comes to attracting people to your practice, and more importantly, attracting the right people into your practice. Now, your practice's sparkle is uniquely individual to you, and you've got to spend a bit of time thinking about it and exploring it. But I want to share a snippet from a recent Find Your Sparkle coaching session that I conducted. I'll do it like this. So this is the practice owner and this is me. Practice owner. So we offer 20-minute appointments. Great. Why do you offer 20-minute appointments? Well, for the vets to spend more time with the client. So the client feels they're getting value for money, and the vet feels like they're getting more time with the client. So what's the benefit to the vet of getting to spend more time with the client? Well, they have a bit more breathing space in the consult, I suppose, and more time to think things through, more time to examine the pet and ask questions. They'll also see less consults actually overall throughout the day. And it potentially leaves them with extra catch-up time, and they'll have less cases to handle overall if they're doing less consults, so they can think more proactively about them. And if they have all those things that you've just mentioned, what value does that add to a vet's career and life? Well, if they spend more time with clients, I guess that means the vet feels they can do more for the pet and offer more value to the client, which will probably make them feel like they're doing a great job, which is what we want as vets, isn't it? Absolutely. So if they feel they're doing a good job, what value does that add to a vet's career and life? I think they will feel an increased sense of job satisfaction, perhaps more pride in themselves and the profession, because they'll be spending more time with pets and their owners, and they're receiving better care and customer service, which will reduce the vet bashing that we're getting an awful lot of at the moment. And all of that will probably make a vet feel more confidence and joy and fulfillment. Exactly. So 20-minute appointments is not just about offering clients more time with the vet. You're actually bringing the vetting part of being a vet back into the equation and helping them feel like they're doing an amazing job and having a really positive influence on the welfare and happiness of pets and their owners, which in turn increases their confidence and joy, and that will undoubtedly have an impact in all other areas of their life. Joy spreads, it's contagious. And they will see their friendships and personal relationships improve because they show up differently to them. They can contribute more to people in their lives because they won't be bogged down and tormented by the sense of not doing enough or not being good enough. So I worked with this practice to do a deep dive into every area of their practice to help them understand what they do, how they do it, why they do it. In turn, this practice owner will now be talking about their practice with much more purpose and meaning, and bringing a completely different energy to writing their adverts and interviewing prospective candidates. So are you ready to find your sparkle? because in a couple of weeks from now, the date should be posted above, I'm hosting a Find Your Sparkle online workshop for practice owners, clinical directors, lead vets, practice managers, anybody in a leadership position. All you need is your thinking cap and a paper and pen, and I will help you to shine a light on what makes your practice uniquely special. And at the end of the workshop, I'll be running a draw to offer a free 90-minute coaching session, either on the topic of recruitment or leadership. See you there.